Well, good morning, everyone. Morning, church. I pray you had a great worship weekend with your fellowship this weekend. This morning, I just want to talk to you for a few minutes out of Mark chapter 5, something I've used it a lot in counseling recently, and I think it has application to pretty much all of us all the time. But what do you do when you get really bad news? If you're walking by faith and you get really bad news, well, that actually happened to a guy named Jairus, who was a Jewish teacher in Mark chapter 5. He's a synagogue leader, and he comes to Jesus with great humility and great need. His daughter is dying, and he wants Jesus to come and heal her. It's a big act of faith. He's actually going against most of the religious teachers of his day who are turning against Jesus. The culture of the Jewish leadership had turned against Jesus by now. But he, as a teacher of a synagogue in Capernaum, decides to come to Jesus for help with lots of humility, and he bows before him and begs Jesus very politely, please come and heal my daughter before she dies. And it's a beautiful picture of a man who has a lot of religious teaching and even some misteaching, but he humbles himself before Jesus, and they start walking toward home. Literally, he is now walking with Jesus. We use it metaphorically here today. How's your walk with Christ? I like to say that phrase all the time. And this guy's physically walking with Jesus toward his home, where the problem is, because Jesus has agreed to come and help him. But on the way there, the woman with the issue of blood interrupts that journey, and when that miracle is accomplished, they continue the journey, and immediately some family members from Jairus' house come and say this phrase to Jairus: your daughter is dead. There's no need to bother the master any longer. And the next literally seconds of life to me are very important in this story, because Jesus cares for this man, which is why he came to follow, was going with him to his home. But he also now needs to comfort this man. This man just got some terrible news. It wasn't just bad news, it was terrible news. Your daughter is dead, and they're telling him, don't bother Jesus anymore. At that point in the text, Jesus literally leans down and tells Jairus one simple statement that I think is probably one of the most important statements in our New Testament to help us understand how to handle the crazy culture and world we live in. How does he comfort this man? He literally says, Mark 5:36, do not be afraid, only believe. You overcome your fears with belief, Jairus. Don't be afraid, only believe. And he comforts us he's really telling Jairus, we were walking in a direction together to accomplish a mission for you. Let's just keep walking. I call this story, when I teach it, just keep walking. But to keep walking by faith and put our trust in him is what belief looks like. I'm still going to follow your instructions. I'm still going to do what you asked me to do. I'm still going to lean into you, Jesus, and hear your guidance and let you be my master and Lord. Faith is when we put our trust in him. And faith means we're confident that Jesus will help us, he will save us, and it should bring us comfort even when we get bad news. I pray today that you will lean into Christ and listen to his instructions and just keep walking, keep following him, and we'll see you back soon. Thanks for sharing this.